When I was 16, I made a mistake. I stole a scrunchie from Walmart. It seemed harmless at the time. I ditched the cardboard it came with behind some paper towels and headed for the exit. But before I could leave, a tall, imposing man with a blank expression blocked my path. "Come with me," he commanded in a deep, emotionless voice. I froze. "I'm sorry, what's this about?" I asked nervously. "Theft," he replied flatly. "We have you on camera." My heart pounded. "I can just pay for it," I stammered. "I'll pay and leave." But he didn't respond. Instead, his grip tightened around my arm like a vice, and he steered me through a pair of plastic doors and into the storage area. We stopped at the top of a staircase. He flicked on a light, revealing a set of stairs leading down into pitch darkness. "Move!" he snapped, voice rougher this time. With no choice, I hesitantly descended. The moment I reached the first step, the door slammed behind me with a thunderous wham. I spun around, frantically tugging at the door handle, but it was locked tight. Panic set in, but I forced myself to keep moving, assuming they'd hold me there until the police showed up. The basement was damp and suffocatingly dark, with cobwebs draping every corner. The air was thick with the stench of mildew, and something else, something foul, like decaying meat wafting from the shadows. In the center of the room stood an old wooden chair, its arms fitted with handcuffs chained to the wall. Confusion churned with fear. Where were the cameras? The security team? The manager? Nothing about this felt right. I sank onto the bottom step, mind racing. Then I remembered my phone. With trembling hands, I dialed Walmart's number and managed to get a manager on the line. "Thank you for calling Walmart, this is Destiny. How can I help you?" My voice came out in a shaky whisper. I'm trapped in your basement. A man grabbed me, said he was with loss prevention, and now I can't get out." Before Destiny could respond, the basement door creaked open. The eerie sound of whistling drifted down the stairs, followed by the slow, deliberate creak of footsteps. My blood turned to ice as the man reappeared, this time with someone else, an older man, both grinning with wide, unsettling smiles. "Have a seat in the chair, baby," the man in the fake security uniform sneered. His badge was barely stitched on, his hands crusted with dried mud, and the stench of unwashed skin radiated from him. My heart hammered in my chest as they advanced, their eyes glinting with sick anticipation. Desperate, I backed into a corner, grabbing the wooden chair as a makeshift weapon. "Feisty, huh?" the man taunted, his tone mocking. "Bet you're scared now." I raised the chair, voice trembling but defiant. "Stay back! I'll kill you if you come any closer!" They laughed, a hollow, soulless sound that bounced off the walls. But then, suddenly, a voice called from above. "Is anyone down there?" The men froze, eyes darting to the door. Without a word, they bolted, disappearing through a door at the far end of the basement, one that led into the woods. As it slammed shut, a fire alarm blared to life. A moment later, Destiny, the manager, appeared at the top of the stairs. Her eyes widened when she saw me, shaken and clutching the chair. She guided me back upstairs, her face pale with shock as I stammered out what happened. In the end, the theft was brushed aside. Security footage only showed the man in the fake uniform. The older one never appeared. As for the sickening stench, they blamed a dead dog found in a dark corner of the basement. No one had an explanation for how it got there. Before I left, Destiny gripped my shoulder, her eyes grim. "Let me give you some advice," she said softly. "From now on, only trust people wearing real Walmart uniforms." I nodded numbly, but the warning stayed with me. The men were never found. And sometimes, even now, I wonder if they're still out there, waiting for their next victim.